Hello and welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Great to have you here. Today we're going to take a look at this watch. A watch I've had for quite a while actually. I bought it from AliExpress. It's the CHENXI CX-8248 or the CX-8248. Now I've had this watch ages and I wear it really regularly, and I suddenly realised I'd actually not reviewed it, probably because I'd worn it so much. Now obviously you can see where it takes all its style cues from. It's an AP Royal Oak look-alike, isn't it? Let's not beat about the bush. But this cost me about £15, so $20 or less, from AliExpress, and I wear this an awful lot. So I thought I'd better do a review on it. In fact, I like it so much, I bought a different version of it. But we'll take a look at what we get. Now, I'll put a link into the description. There's a couple of different colours in this. We've got a blue-faced one, a black dial, and also they do a black plated one as well, so I'll put those up on the screen. But let's take a look and see what we get. So what do you get for your £15 or $20? Well, you get quite a large watch. It's 42mm in diameter. Now lug to lug, I've done two measurements on this because we've got the sort of standard lug to lug size that we would do, which is 52mm. However, with these male extensions, which aren't articulated, that actually pushes it out to 56.7mm. So this is a big boy of a watch. If you've got smaller wrists, this might well overhang your wrist. So just bear that in mind. Strap width, 22mm, pretty standard. Thickness, 14mm, so it is quite thick for a quartz watch as well. And then weight, 127 grams, so it is quite a big boy of a watch, but I like that. Again, I've got an 8-inch wrist if you followed the channel, so I can wear a bigger watch, and I like a weightier watch as well. So if you've got a smaller wrist, and this might be a little big, but I do know people with smaller wrists that do like a good chunky watch, more or less to overhang their wrist. If you do, this would be a perfect watch for you. Now build wise, if you follow the link through to the CHENXI official store, you'll see on the specs it says stainless steel body and stainless steel bracelet. I don't think the body's stainless steel on this. I think it's an alloy. You can normally tell on the sides because they look very much coated to me rather than stainless steel. On the top of the body you've got these score marks. Now I'm guessing that on a real Royal Oak that they're probably a little bit more subtle. And I think I've mentioned this before on other watches, where they always seem to do this sort of brushed. It goes from being brushed to more scored. So it is quite deep. It's a very bright silver, but it looks really good, to be quite honest. Now the Hardlex crystal is very domed. You're not going to get sapphire at this price, but it's really domed. Put some distortion on that watch. Oh, I'm dropping the watch. You can see it just there, but actually it's really clear. Now, they make it look like it's got some anti-reflective coating on it. You can just see the blue on it there. I think it has, to be fair to it, but it really suits the watch, that domed crystal. I really like it. It adds to the finish of the watch. I think for the price, it's an absolute cracker. So the dial on this watch, obviously, is going to copy over that sort of AP look. So we've got these really small squares that are made up of dots if you actually look at it. You can probably just see it. I've put the macro lens on to get as close as I can. Really nice looking dial. Now this is the silver version. Well, they call it white, but it's more of a yellowy white. So it's more of a sort of silver. It's not a bright white at all. So just bear that in mind. I hope that comes across on the camera. Got full screws onto the bezels. Again, following that. The bezel has some concentric circles that run round on it. You can just see those catching in the light. The sides of that bezel is polished down onto the main body, so that looks good. Numbers, we've got no numbers. We've just got the slim indices that are silver indices outlining some LUME in the middle. Now I'll come on to LUME a little bit later on. We've got a double indices just at the 12 there. CHENXI printed above the pinion. Quartz just below. Now the hands are a metallic blue. I hope that comes across. Oh, there we go. If I could just catch it in the light, you'll see they're a metallic blue that I've seen on other watches. I think it was a CHENXI. It was a Benyar, wasn't it? It was the square, well, oblong watch that I did. I can't think of the name. I'll put a link to that in the corner. So it's that sort of metallic blue, again filled with LUME, and that second hand is the same metallic blue but just a needle. And then a date window at the 3, and that's white on here, so it looks colour matched, but I noticed the white on all of the colours, on the blue and the black one as well. It's a white date window. Now, LUME passes the 3 AM. Now on the marketing it will show you with the indices all lit up, and I'll put a picture on screen where you can see that the indices are glowing. However, I've struggled to get that to actually happen. The hands seem to catch the sunlight and activate quite easily, but the indices really struggle, so it's rare that you'll see those lit up. But just about catches my 3 AM test, so can you read it at 3 o'clock in the morning? Just about does it. But it looks really nice. The dial's really nice. I got this, in fact I like this watch so much, and I probably forgot to say this, that I ordered another one, and I got a black one, but I got the chrono version, and I'll do a review of that at some point in the near future. But I liked it that much. It impressed me so much, and it was such a good watch to wear. So case back wise, simple push on case back, so we only get that 30 meters of water resistance, stainless steel back. That always gives it away a little bit that the watch probably isn't stainless steel. Water resistant CX-8248G, not sure what the G relates to, and then CHENXI printed on there as well. So bracelet wise, again they've gone with that style from the AP. It's this, well these are single pieces, I'm guessing on a true AP that these smaller pieces would be articulated, but these aren't, they're a single piece. Going down to a butterfly clasp at the back, which I believe is just like an AP to be fair to it. Really nice. Now, I did take a link out of this. It came when it was too big and I took a link out, so that's good. I think it's about 24 centimeters long, so if you've got a bigger wrist, this would suit you really well. And one of the things, I hope this comes across just on the camera, you might just get it there, is the bracelet has a slight yellow cast to it against the bright silver body. Now, it's not noticeable really when you're wearing it, but once you spot it, you can't really unsee it. I'm guessing this is a bit more of a off-the-shelf part, and this is a bit brighter. You can probably just see it there, but you don't really notice it when you're wearing it. But that will be one of my niggles at the end. But sits really nice, not a hair nipper at all, and finished reasonably well for the price. So here it is on wrist, and I think it's a watch that looks far more expensive than it actually was. I was able to get a link out of that strap as well, and it's still loose on me. So if you've got a large wrist like myself, say 8-inch wrist, I think you'll be really happy with this. Niggles wise, there's not a lot to moan about this watch for the price at all. That slight different colour in the bracelet and the body is probably one. And the other one is some of the finishing just on those extended lugs could be better, but really not noticeable at all. And it's a great watch. And just to show that I bought it twice, here is the black chrono version, and I'll do a review on that sometime soon. Now if that's not your style of watch, this might be. This is the Casio Edifice that really blew me away. I'll put a link to that in the corner. Thanks to everyone who's watched, liked and subscribed and commented, and I'll see you in the comments and see you soon. Thanks. Bye.